Alright, and I think I'm live. Just making sure all my channels and everything are actually working. Yes. Alright, okay. I think everything's all good. Okay. Welcome, Internet. It is I, Anime Mars Guy here, with yet another stream called Come Stretch With Me today. Today I am going to do some stretches, but I will show you something really cool. I finally learned how to do it now, and that is sharing screen. I'm going to show you my amazing capability now. Hold up. It's going to take a while, so just bear with me as I just slowly transition my computer. Okay, let's see. This should work. Boom. All right. So there we go. Kick is now showing. I'm a genius. Now to do on the YouTube and Twitch, which hopefully should work just about now. Zoom, 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 zoom. It's slowly changing, slowly changing. Look at that. I'm a genius. My capability is unfathomable. But anyway, reason why I want to share screen today is because I, as usual, scrolling on the internet, found some interesting videos I want to share with you all to watch together. So today, first one is this one. It says how to identify a man-child before it's too late, episode 1. And I thought he made some interesting talking point in what he was, sharing on in his video. And I just want to, share my thoughts about it. But I thought, let's play it first, and then I share my thoughts on it, and then we can have a discussion about it. Okay, pause. Okay, here we go. Now, let me just turn this off if it allows me. I just want to return it back to the normal setting. Yeah, my computer is lagging a lot. Okay, while that is loading and I'm trying to transition myself back to normal screen size, let me just share a few things he mentioned. Now, he's obviously talking about relationship wise and advice on how to spot a a man that's not really an adult, a man child in essence, and that he is hello. Ah, most likely didn't actually hear me very well. But anyway, I'll live alone. But anyway, the point is that he was making is he is to help women identify what is a man child. What kind of relationship are you in with when you're with this particular man, or in essence, a child instead? And I understand the the message and the core message he's trying to talk about, but I feel like there are other factors in this situation that needs to be addressed as well. Whilst it is true that we have sort of I don't know how to really say it, but it's just more like we understand that we are in a situation where all the guys and all the girls, um, especially when they are. Oh, hold on, sorry. I just realized on Restream is not showing my whole body, so my scattered brain is not concentrating very well. But what I'm trying to say is that the what he was talking about is makes sense and it is on point as well. But that's only if you only factors in about um, the relationship of the dynamics of the relationship of between a man and a woman, where you both want to pursue a neutral and a mutual sorry, it should be mutual and loving relationship. But the mutual loving relationship he's referring to is only works if both are aiming for the same type of romance. For instance, your goal is to be married together, or that you are to be a married couple. A marriage is simply a unification of two people combining together as one to unify it as one being, and that you are working together as one being. Even those two distinctive two beings to separate from each other, but when you're married, you are combined together to become one unification. So that's only if it works in in terms of both has this mindset, and you are looking for this type of mindset of either a woman from a or man. Now, obviously, in this case, he's talking about from a woman's perspective, identifying a a man child in this sense. The only problem would say is more of the fact that there are few factors actually, not factuals, it's more like factors that is missing in the conversation that he's trying to make. Now, again, he's not wrong. It's just that there are a few things that is missing from, in essence, of what he's trying to say. And I just realized I am disappearing on off the screen. Does this make better? Nothing goes my way, does it? All right, here we go. That should work. Hello, I am back now. Sorry, there was on Kick. I was just trying to configure the settings and everything for it, so it just took a while. But nonetheless, I'm hoping. There we go. Yeah, sorry, there's another video I want to play as well, and I thought it's really funny, but I thought I want to share with you all together. Uh Sorry, my train of thoughts now disappeared again. So again, there are factors to it that there is missing in the conversation he was referring to. I believe the reason why there's so many man-child out there in the universe and in public and everything, that it seems like we are especially if it's a woman's perspective, they think they are pursuing a man, they think they're pursuing an adult, but in the end, when they get into a relationship, once they get into a serious relationship, a commitment and everything, they realize that the person they're marrying is nothing more but a child in nature. They haven't really actually matured in a way. The I can see the problem with it, and I can see why there's this sort of disparity in maturity. I mean, one, scientifically speaking, we all know it's always already been proven that women are more mature than men because of the way their hormones and their body function and everything is very different to a man, and they mature quicker, they age quicker than a man would. So it takes a man a long, long time for them to hit a certain type of maturity that a woman would find attractive. The next thing is that is I would say is the society itself has a play in the situation of man-child syndrome. Now, the biggest one I would say is that if you have seen this video, I unfortunately I didn't bring this video up. I couldn't find it. But it was a video about there were everyone was in a circle and they were discussing about politics and everything. One of them brought up a very um good talking point, and none of the panels on this table really addressed the situation. They just talked about it to make it sound like they were addressing it. Typical politicians. So what the man said is that he himself is in his early 20s, but he never thought about wanting to have children, and he thought to himself, why would he not have a thought of wanting to have children? Or why would he never had an inkling of thoughts of wanting to have children or start a family to begin with? And he realized society itself is pushing human beings to the point where they don't want to have children. And he made a good point, was saying that it's basically, he said that he asked the panels again, do you know how much abuse you have to give to the mammals to the point where they do not want to repopulate or to, reproduce? And that is a good point. The human beings, in essence, we are still mammals. We're still some form of animals. Our nature, our very existence is to procreate. Unfortunately, no matter what we leave behind, is will never be remembered if there's no one left on Earth to remember it. So, in essence, our very you could say what's our purpose is to recreate, procreate. And you could say that's very primitive or that's very animalistic, but you have to remember that we, as an existence of human beings, if you have no next generation to pass on your knowledge, then there is no way to, you know, keep on the prosperity of the human nature, the human essence, the human society, history, their art, and everything. Think about this ancient history, if they never thought about ways how to preserve humanity, procreate, and all that stuff, we will never have today's ancient history of Rome's, of China, of Turkey, or from different countries and everything, and art and all that stuff. We won't have them because we have destroyed ourselves in essence. And if we've destroyed ourselves, our existence will become a question. Did we actually exist to begin with? So that's why, well, we're going a bit too, off topic. But the point is that he made a point where it is true. Society has seems to have pushed humankind to the point where we've been emotionally and mentally abused to the point where we don't want to procreate anymore. Now, obviously, financial and all that stuff plays into it, but nonetheless, it's society, the very society we have created for ourselves and the next generation. We have created a dynamic where it seems like having children is not a good idea. which is not a good thing, not a good mindset to have to begin with, because this is the very first step of exist of well, actually not depopulation of any race, of any people, and a dilemma where we will become a non-existence uh, being on Earth as well. So again, he made a lot of good points, and I understand the points that he was making regarding about the maturity, the growth, and the growth of a human being. However, there are other factors in this situation which causes these dynamics that's happened or more reoccurring in our current generation. So, in essence, I feel like what we should be really talking about is not about exploring, but it's more about how we can improve our community, our society, or just our country if we want to go as far as that. But I feel like we should really, really work on in our own community, in our own society, to really improve the situation. And I don't mean turning a bad situation to worse to improve it like that. And I mean to like change it where people feel proud to be in this part of this community, to be proud to be amongst us, to be proud to become a citizen of a country that you are living in. These are important factors. These are important, things that we should actually consider about, because if these are taken away from you, your identity and everything, your culture, your heritage, you become more lost than you ever was, and we'll become more divided as well. Now, again, there's more nuances to it. There are many things that I really didn't really touch on and I didn't really share upon. But the reason I wanted to talk about this is because I saw this. I thought it's very interesting because there's many videos like this, and I feel like there's something they're missing on. They did touch on a lot of good points, but I feel like the very essence, the very core of the problem is not about what they were talking about, mainly about maturity and growth. These are important, but that's not the core root, because maturity and growth comes in hand with people teaching them, and there are no people teaching them, and there's no people teaching us, especially for me in my 30s. I never had anyone to teach me about maturity, how to grow up to be a man, or how to be a responsible adult. None of these were taught to me. None of these were like, there's no manual for it. I had to learn this myself on the fly. And obviously, the older generation will say, well, they did it as well. So why can't you do it? The problem with that mindset is that the situation that they were in is very different to the situation that we are currently living in. For instance, financial stability back then is different to now. Job availability is also different from back then to now. The curriculum and requirements to get a job and all that stuff is very different from back then to now. Back then, if you have a degree, you are guaranteed to get a job. Now you have a degree, you are not guaranteed to get a job, especially for many, many years. I am very lucky to have a job right now, but even though I hate it, but this is the problem. We are now stuck in the dilemma of a loop of like an Ouroboros of a snake eating its own tail. You want to find a job, but you hate the job. And you found a job, but you hate the job. Now you're trying to look for a new job, but you can't find a job because the job market is abysmal. You can apply for thousands of applicants, but they never come back to you. So again, the very essence of his message, I feel like what it should be talked about is the terms of how we can improve the situation of of humankind, both man and woman, how we can improve on growth and maturity, how we can partake and share our knowledge that what we've experienced can help them, rather than we just throw them at the deep end and hope they can swim and come back to the shore. But anyway, I've yapped long enough. I think we should, move on to do the stretching exercise I was planning to do. It's a bit late. The only reason it's been this late is only because essentially was trying to set this up. It took me a while to do it because on Restream it didn't work on my Safari, so it only worked on Google Chrome. I only found out that Restream is more compatible for Google Chrome, which makes like, oh, I could have just used this since the beginning then. I was like, oh, okay. Oh well, live and learn. But anyway, let us proceed to do some stretching. Put it here. Oh, oh my goodness. I'm getting old. Oh, by the way, yes, this is a very tight pajamas and very small. It's an old pajama, just didn't throw it away. I bet you guys have also some old pajamas that you never thrown away and just kept it in your room. So yes, you can't. What's the word? You get what I mean. I forgot the word anyway. All right, I am gonna do the simple back stretch exercise because today in the gym we are gonna do some back workout in the gym. Well, I am anyway, not we. So yeah, I'm gonna do some back stretches to help my back to become more nimble and lumbar. Ooh, let me just set the microphone lower. Here we go. Okay, so you know this plank position pretty much is like a seal. I don't know what you call this. So go on flat on your front, have your arm in a push-up position, and push your entire upper body upwards, and stick your stomach out slowly so you don't completely break your back. So you feel your abs and your obliques being stretched, and your spine and your back and your lower back being contracted, squeezed. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And release slowly. And then go into this position. Oh. Ooh. Oh. And then back to this position. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. I am old. And release. Oh. Oh. Ah, heck yeah. Oh, all right. That's enough. Oh. Oh. All right. Now, I know that I said there's another video I want to play as well, but given the time constraint and I want to go to the gym semi early, so I can go to the sleep semi early as well. So I'll play the video on my next stream, which is Wednesday. Yes, I am giving you a sort of like a trailer to my next stream. Oh, itchy face. By telling you my next stream will be on Wednesday, I will play that video. Oh, oh, shush. Well, I feel like more like a streamer now because I have now found out how to share a screen and all that stuff. I feel so high tech and technical now. I feel quite proud of myself. Now, I want to. Well, actually, no, I shouldn't talk about some negative things, but I want to talk about something really cool. On my Twitch summary. They said apparently I had 15 viewers from last week's stream, which I thought that's really cool. I had 15 views. That many people? Hold on, let me just find it first. Oh shoot, you dropped everything. Twitch. Of course you don't. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Look at that. It says, there we go. I don't even can see it, but it basically says unique viewers 15, max viewers 2, average viewers 0.6, unique chatters 1. That's from last week, Wednesday. Now, obviously, the stats to other people be like, wow, it's not even 1,000 and all that stuff. I don't really care. To me, I feel like that's pretty cool to have unique viewers up to 15 viewers. Now, I don't know what that means, but it says max viewers were 2, so I'm assuming 2 people kept on watching the entire stream, and 15 viewers were people that came in and out of that's what unique viewers mean. So people that came in and out of my stream. But nonetheless, I am still pretty proud of myself. I find it pretty cool that I had that many people to view my Twitch stream and all that stuff, and everything. So I thought, oh, that's really cool, really, really cool. Really proud of it. You know, I can't be happy. Can't not be happier. So yeah, really cool. Really cool situation. Really cool thing. Let's see. Let me just. I can see my Streamlab is lagging, like really lagging on my Streamlab. I don't know why, because I thought, now that I switched it to Google Chrome, it should be less laggy now. Only because on my Safari Chrome, not Safari Chrome, but Safari website, the portal I'm using, when I'm using Safari, there's lots of tabs opened, and the only reason I have that many tabs is because there are a few things I revisit and go back to, and there's a lot of tabs as well that I don't use anymore, but I keep it for the sake of it because I feel like one day I'm gonna go back to it and I'll be like, I wish I had it again. So it's like that. So yeah, so I'm surprised that now that I switched to Google Chrome, there's no tabs opened apart from the Restream tab. I'm wondering, is that the reason why it's causing the lag? But hey ho, I can do as much as I can. But yeah, I have leveled up as a streamer now. I have become more technical. I can share screen and everything. Only thing I probably need to do is buy a new computer for myself, which I'm contemplating. Should I buy a new laptop or buy a computer? I'll think about it by the time. I'm hoping by the end of this year, I should be able to save enough to buy a really decent, nice computer for myself or a laptop. Because either I buy a new MacBook or I buy an iMac. Yeah, only reason I'll buy one of those two is only because it's more optimal for Adobe systems and everything. Now I know people's going to say, "Oh, but Windows and all that stuff is really good and everything." I don't have any luck with Windows. Every time I use Windows, it always dies very quickly, and I don't know how. I'm not a very computer person myself. Uh, Now, again, not playing the old man card. What I mean by not a computer person, I don't really know about the computer graphics and all these components and everything. What's the best build for the PC? Because I'm not a PC gamer. I like to play on a console. Um, and I'm more of a handheld console guy. So PC thing has never been my thing. So I don't know like what is the best spec and everything for laptops and computers. So for me, best is I just buy an Apple because I've been using it for so long. It's been the best for me personally, and especially with using design application and everything, it works wonders. It works very well. The um, the system operates it very smoothly and everything. So that's why I would choose to use the MacBook or iMac. But that's just my personal preferences of as to why I would use Apple or iMac. Anyway, let us proceed to the next stretching exercise. Now, to people on Kick, I do apologize that I am very laggy. I don't know how to improve it. I will find a way in the future, but bear with me for the moment. It's gonna take a while till I figure out how to improve the lagging situation. So apologies to all you on Kick. I'm slowly learning how to be a bit more high tech. Okay, so just bear with me. Anyway, let me just set the camera angle to do the next stretch and exercise we can do together. Now, this is again, I'm going to do another shoulder warm up exercises to reinforce it. So when you're doing these pulling exercise motion, it's not going to hurt your shoulder. So here we go. All right. If you can have these, stretchy bands, and I'll show you what we can do with it. If you don't have one, use a towel or an old t-shirt that you can just wrap around your hand. And yeah, here we go. So what we're gonna do, hit that. Go up, over, and back to the front. Over again. Back to the front. Over again. All right, that was a good warm up for the shoulder. So we're going to do another one now. So same again. But you're going to go to the side. Side again. Other way. All right. Whew. That is tiring. Yeah, that was tiring. My goodness. Let me take a breather. All right. All right. I think that's it for today's stream. A little bit early. Well, not even early. It's quite late now. But I'm hoping you enjoyed my commentary of a video, enjoying that I can now share screen and everything. I'm quite excited myself, to be honest. I feel quite proud of myself to be able to do this, but it's really cool. But nonetheless, I'm really stoked for Wednesday's stream because I can now do more, and maybe possibly in the future I can do some gaming as well, which is really cool. Because I never thought I'd be able to do it, but if I can, that means I can do more on my channel. So it's so cool. It's so cool. I feel like a child all of a sudden. So, but main thing is I need to learn how to improve the lagging situation. That's one thing as well. Otherwise, the viewing rating of the viewership's quality is going to be down as well. I feel like I may, in the future, I may actually buy the Streamlabs Pro version only because I'm starting to understand how to use Streamlabs. And it is more preferential to use one type of streaming platform to do all your streamings. But because I am a cheap old man who's not willing to pay an exorbitant price for it, at the moment I am still continuing with my setup currently using two different stream programs to stream online. But yeah, it'll change in the future. Mainly reason why I'm not doing it, I'm not buying the pro version is only because of my financial situation. I'm quite tight on money, so affording to buy monthly subscription for it is it's not ideal for me, especially if I'm trying to save money to buy a new computer for myself for by the end of this year. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you everyone for joining my stream. Thank you for just watching me yap and learn how to stream or how to be a streamer. It's getting quite dark. Let me just open the lights a bit. Oh, let there be light. Oh, but before I finish, let me read you a verse. All right, let's see. All right, this was a good one. This is from Proverbs chapter 7, verse 1. My son, keep my words and store up my commands within you. Keep my commands, and you will live. Guard my teachings as the apple of your eye. Bind them on your fingers. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Say to wisdom, oh, shoot. Bless me. Apologies. Ooh, okay. Where was I? Ah, yes. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and call understanding your kinsman. And he'll keep you from the adulteress, from the wayward wife with her seductive words. At the window of my house, I looked out through the lattice. I saw among the simple, I noticed among the young men, a youth who lacked judgment. He was going down the street near her corner, walking along in the direction of her house. At twilight, as the day was fading, and the dark of night set in, then out came a woman to meet him, dressed like a prostitute, and with crafty intent. She is loud and defiant. Her feet never stay at home. Now in the street, now in the squares. At every corner she lurks. Actually, I'll finish the rest. Yeah. Oh, apologies. She took hold of him and kissed him, and with a brazen face she said, I have fellowship offerings at home. Today I fulfilled my vows, so I came out to meet you. I looked for you and have found you. I have covered my bed with colored linens from Egypt. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let's drink deep of love till morning. Let's enjoy ourselves with love. My husband is not at home. He has gone on a long journey. He took his purse filled with money and will not be home till full moon. With the persuasive words she led him astray. She seduced him. She seduced him with her smooth talk. All at once he followed her like an ox going to the slaughter, like a deer stepping into a noose, till an arrow pierces his liver, like a bird darting into a snare, little knowing it will cost him his life. Now then, my sons, listen to me. Pay attention to what I say. Do not let your heart turn to her ways or stray into her paths. Many are the victims she has brought down. Her slain are a mighty throng. Her house is a highway to the grave, leading down to the chambers of death. Powerful, powerful indeed. I feel like that's very, that's a very powerful one. That's very relatable to our current situation where we what what's the term when you youngsters use gooning. We have many lust in our life. Lust, I think, is the biggest thing. It's the biggest challenge for all men to control, to overcome, and to become a master of, that they will no longer be controlled by it. But because of our weakness in our flesh, because of weakness in our mind, we're not able to overcome the said sin and temptation. But I believe this proverb really shows that the powerful destruction it will bring upon you if you were to give in to it. And now, I want to say is that I have fallen short to lust and adultery, and I too need to sharpen my blade and sharpen my mind to become more resilient and more determined and more dignified for myself, to be an honorable man. Yeah, that's all today. That's all for today's stream. Thank you all for joining me, listening to me, watching me. I'll see you Wednesday. Good night, Internet. Hope you all have a good evening. Hope you sleep well. Well, you should all sleep early. It's 8:36 right now. My goodness, I need to head to the gym soon so I can get back home soon as well. All right, Internet. See you Wednesday. Good night.